What is up, people? This is For Splish Splash. I hope you will enjoy this video. This is me playing as a sniper in the upcoming game called Iron Sight that I've already made a video about, talking about how it is now in an open beta, and I'm putting up a card here if you want to check that out right now, because I do think that this is a very good free-to-play shooter, one of the better ones that I've played for quite some time. And I have to say, it's very fun to play as a sniper in this game. I am enjoying it, and as you see here, I'm pumping out a lot of clips for you guys to enjoy, using not so many different snipers, but at least a lot of different sights on the weapons. Well, again, this is a free-to-play shooter and a very good one, and I have put down already a lot of hours into the game. If you like Call of Duty games, fast-paced shooters on smaller maps, this will definitely be something for you to check out. When I started to edit this video, I had my kind of thought about just doing a cool kind of 4 or 5 minute video when it comes to cool clips and all that, because believe me, I have a lot of those. I have been playing shooter games, and especially as a sniper, for such a long time, and my reactions are pretty good, so I usually get those clips. But that was not the thing I ended up doing, because I also remember that I sometimes get questions, or through the years, I might say, in different kind of games, doesn't matter if it has been Call of Duty, Battlefield, what else do we have? Warface, and etc, etc. I always get this question, you know, how it is to play as a sniper, how can you become better, all those kind of things. I will put in a few tips here, even though some of them you've already probably heard. I guess the bottom line is, of course, to play a lot as a sniper and to learn the game and the weapons. There's also another thing in this video you will probably notice. There's a part, for example, when it kind of slows down a bit and I don't go so close quarter and get into the quickscope situation, when I'm mainly just holding a position on a rooftop, showing, I would say, probably for most of you guys, the kind of play style that you will use when you're playing as a sniper. So I wanted to put that in as well, you know, to see how you hold down an area and things like that. And also, guys, there's this big difference from playing as a sniper or actually becoming a sniper. That might sound a bit weird, but it's like saying that, well, I'm a tennis player and you only maybe play tennis once a month. I'm talking about playing and training like almost every day in order to really become the one thing you want to be. And in this case, it might be to become a real good sniper. So if you want to get good at it, you just have to put down time, and you know, that's all there is to it, to be honest. But I'm just gonna also go into some small things and techniques you can do when it comes to playing as a sniper and improving, at least. My first tip is quite general, and that is to get map knowledge. It doesn't mean that you have to know every freaking corner, but it's great if you get a feel for how the map works, where you have different lanes, different choke points, and maybe even, you know, where people use to spawn. That will help you out a lot, and maybe help you also to make better decisions along the way. Another thing also, when you're playing as a sniper, and especially if you're new to it, don't run too much. Even though you have the possibilities, such in this game, Iron Sight, where it's quite fast-paced, don't run too much. And even if you're gonna run, try not to run around corners, because you know, you will just get killed if you're not used to play as a sniper again. Try to find the advantage spots, go together or hang together with teammates so you have someone around you. And also, tip number 2 here is to get to know the classes, meaning that if you can get tips when it comes to set up a good class, listen to that and try to use that kind of gun or the setup for that gun. That also goes to the fact that you need a good secondary, because the secondary is a sniper's best friend. Because sometimes you will miss, or you will get a hit marker, or whatever have you, and then you need to pull up your secondary. So that is also something I want you to consider. People mainly think about the primary weapon, but believe me, I have, or at least my secondary has actually saved my butt a lot of times. I think you actually see some of that, at least in this video as well. My third tip is to be consistent. I know it can be really hard in the beginning, and you will start to look at the other classes and you want to grab an SMG and just shoot everyone. But believe me, if you are consistent, even though you're doing like bad in the beginning, then the result will come later on, because it will push you to a limit where you actually start to connect the shots, when you start to get a better KD. So again, training, being consistent, playing as a sniper, using the sniper class over and over again will help you to get better results. My fourth tip is maybe the most important one in many ways. At least it connects with what I've said so far in the video. It has to do with your aim, but the aim will get better as you go, and especially if you get used to the weapons and the actual game. But what I'm talking about is a general thing, and that is to center the target, your enemies, on the screen before you actually zoom in and take the shot. Doesn't matter if it's a quick scope or if it's a hard scope, you just have to have them in the center of the screen if you're gonna hit the enemy and get the kill. So that is something you should really pay attention to. So when you have the enemy in the center of the screen and you then zoom in, you will be able to take that one kill shot. Now there are different ways to practice this. Of course you can do that, you know, by practice with a friend. But back in the days, I'm gonna tell you this, probably a lot of people have forgotten this, but if you can go into private match, and then you just have the screen in front of you. Of course, you have the mouse and keyboard, or and the controller if you're playing with the controller. And then you zoom in with the sniper. You're standing there still zooming in with the sniper, and hold your breath. And then on your screen, you make a small mark with a pen that do not like ruin your screen. You have to be able to wash it away. So use the right kind of pen. And voila, there you have the center of the screen. And that small dot, or if you want to use some small dot of clay and doing the same thing, can actually help you to start to be aware of where you have the center of the screen. So that's a kind of small crosshair, you might say, that you get right there, and therefore you can be able to start to get better accuracy using that kind of technique. After a while you can wash it away or take away the clay or the small crosshair that you've done, and you know, you will have it in your spine, your memory, your nerves, your muscle memory. So that's the way to go if you're struggling with this. My fifth and also last tip for today is to stand still while you're taking your shot. You might wonder why, because if you're used to mainly play with the regular classes and running around with an SMG or an assault rifle, well then you probably can shoot also from the hip very often if you are not zooming in. But in most games, when it comes to the mechanics of sniping, you do have to stand still exactly at the point when you're taking the shot. Otherwise the bullet will go all over the place. So if you also watch when I'm playing this video, you can see even though I'm just taking a very fast shot, like a quick scope or something, there's a small, like half of a second where I'm standing still and I'm scoping in, and then I move on. Sure, you can move a bit, and at least in some games I know that that's possible because I've played a lot of different shooters and I have experienced that. But with some games you just have to stand still, otherwise the bullet will not reach its target. So with that said, people, I have here given you something to think about, probably if you're watching this video because you want to improve your aim as a sniper in shooter games. Let me know what you think. Maybe you also have a lot of tips to share. That's good. Do that in the comment section if you want to add something or in your experiences, or if you have questions to me when it comes to this topic. Again, I am not an expert, but I do have experience, and that's what I want to share with you. And again, let me know what you think. And also, if you have your favorite gun or end game that you are currently playing as a sniper. Again, this was Iron Sight gameplay, but believe me, I have been sniping in so many games right now that I have lost count. And I am looking forward to new games coming out also here in 2018. But these tips are not related just to modern shooters. It goes along with the old ones or probably the new ones, because the mechanics are more or less the same. And I think it will be that way for a very, very long time to come. Okay, people, I have been rambling on for some time now. There are more things to say, but then the video will be like 20 minutes. I think this is the core kind of mechanics and thoughts that you can apply to your own kind of play style, and when it comes to improving as a sniper in mostly all shooter games I can think of. So again, people, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. If you're new to my channel and you like this kind of content, don't hesitate or don't forget to press that subscribe button and also put on the notifications. See you soon in another video. This was Forest Splish Splash, sharing some thoughts and experiences. Have a great day, people. Take care. Bye bye.